I think we need to see AWPing be just a slightly higher to come through from the Fnatic side, because Oscar had a decent game on map 1, had a fantastic game on the second, and for Chiquino, we yet to really see him strike. What we are yet to see, Jay, is the result come through Movistar Riders 2-0ing Eternal Fire, absolutely slamming them 16-7 and 16-9, so Movistar Riders into the RMR.
Good to see them later on. Maybe Eternal Fire could be playing in the lower bracket against one of these two teams. For now, it's pistol round as Sinners try and get to their T-side start and get things kicked off on the right foot. Trades back and forth. The CTs hold their own. A 3-on-2 advantage for Fnatic. The bomb is close to sight and should get planted.
Oh, that was very quick to come out from Sinners. Just hit that upper bomb site, get that bomb down. Oh, Zeko even wins the fight to Brolin. There's a backstab coming in from Lobby.
Looks back to Alex, taps forward, sees his man, swags onto Chiquino and gets a secondary frag. Zed going for the triple. Alex is close, sees his backup on the offside here. Desperate to get his kills in, swaps out to that Glock and all. Looking back for Shock, trying to isolate Zedko, sees Shock's head, but the tags are coming in against the CT player, swinging on. Finally gets his kill, but Shock swings simultaneously, and Sinners will recover the 2v3 to get the pistol to the T-start.
Jeez, that was such an insane round when you think about how it's going down. They just get the bomb in before some of those peaks start coming forward. And Zedko, the spin around to deal with the top rafters player, look back over to Alex, just continue doing damage on that wraparound play. And for Fnatic, it just doesn't really come through at all. They're going to have to buy it up going into the second. We have seen for both teams at least some decent and successful force buy rounds.
Sinners have maintained more control, though, and they've had a few more conversions than Fnatic have had so far in this series. So which one's going to work out? The force buy potential or the conversion advantage for the Sinners side? Mac 10s, AKs, Galil's on 2. One rifle on Chiquino with that scout. Smokes down as Mezzi tries to suppress here at the squeaky door. They're out and about into the site and uncontested. AK swings. Great kill on Chiquino. Mezzi trying to do some damage here, but damage is all he'll get on the HP numbers. A 5v3 instead. And the bomb that should get planted.
Just simplicity, really, on that site taken from Sinners. Good utility usage, the double volleys out from the back default and top hut position, and they've got some good entry pass. They win a lot of their opening fights. Brolin and Crims looking to see if they can get something together up onto this retake. It's not going to happen at all. Save onto what little is left for Brolin, and Shock even wants to make sure that this CT goes down.
That'll be a big pickup for them. Leave nothing to chance, leave nothing in for Fnatic going into the next round. This will be a Deagle and an SMG that they can hold on to, which could still do some damage in the eco context. Taps forward, Zedko on the flank. Finishes off the job to get the second round to the board of the Sinners side. Solid start again, 2-0.
Conversions being won very easily here on Nuke, and for Sinners, if they can press this T side, then they could put themselves in a good position, because we know that they're on a 4-game winning streak when it comes to Nuke, and it's their CT basis, which is quite explosive and a joy to watch. So being able to just climb the lead and put as many team rounds as possible in this first half is going to be very crucial for their success on map 3.
Eco pistols for Fnatic should be pretty quickly and easily cleaned up. Oscar does take some damage to the rafters player. Mezzi with the 5-7 is going to be that main focal point. Try and deal with these Sinners players as they make their way out. Headshots can come in with the spam damage. But he's not given a chance to really strike. He's native back to 80 as Oscar gets tagged to 73.
Sinners are taking this quite cautiously into round 3, which I respect. Not just running forward and having another quicker play where they just slam the CTs. Instead, they're running down the clock. They're trying to bait in some mistakes. There isn't a massive amount to follow, really, for Fnatic. Yeah, they can have some decent crossfires. Outside of that 5-7, though, there can't be that much damage coming in.
Shot pressing on. USP a beast. It does catch a kill towards outside. Alex will fall. Oscar Mac 10 set and ready. Chiquino caught next. Money gained by the SMG frag. And yeah, frag. Speaking of frags, gets his kill. There's the next player down to the ramp to control. 5 versus 2. And Crimson Mezzi. It's just really what more can they do at this stage? Again, maybe Mezzi could catch off 2 players. Maybe he can get some decent headshots into the 5-7. You can't really expect that as a basis or an expectation, though. And yeah, Crims will just get dealt with. Oscar playing a challenge on that 5-7. Spotted, sprayed. Easy 2K, easy 3 rounds.
And what a story this must be for someone like Oscar. I'm trying to run it through my mind. how many tier 1 players we have seen drop down to the real deep and depths of the tier 2 scene and bring a team back up to this kind of level. I can't really think of anyone else that's actually been able to manage that. Because when he joined Sinners, they weren't even probably 100 in the world, right?
Yeah, he has been the difference maker. Like, when you consider what his rise to prominence has been, what the Sinners have really risen up to, you know, it's all just coincidental and what's the word I'm looking for? It coincides with his addition to the roster. And you can see why kill after kill. It's top fragger in I think, the entire board right now when it comes to the series. Kicking things off with a great kill on Chikino towards outside, winning that AWP v AWP battle constantly and time after time. I imagine if we weighed up the kills between those two players, I think that Oscar would have a hell of a set of numbers above Chikino at this moment. Beastic might be able to beat out Alex as well. 5 on 3, Oscar looking for the second, and that's exactly what he'll get.
Great picks coming through everywhere on the map. Firstly outside from Silo, then the pick in from Beastic down to that secret position. Mezzi's going to answer back with 1 pick, shouldn't be able to find any more than that. Rolling up from the rafters, only gets 1. Sinners just continue the streak. They're playing some good Counter-Strike on this T side. They're working the picks on the default.
Sinners now 4-0. Fnatic overwhelmed effectively with not much in the reserves and not much in the loss bonus that will enable a buy to come forward. They'll get some upgrade pistols and this will be a half invest. Not a great start for the CT side, and we often look towards the CT side as being the defining factor. Not only for it to be a slow start on CT side, a slow start in general for Fnatic. That's what set them back so far on Vertigo, a deficit they couldn't recover.
They've got to wonder how they can start bringing rounds back. Very passive for the T side, expecting aggression, and Alex, well, he might give it to them outside.
AK is watching, still holding for contact. Alex will get caught. B-stick. All important frag, but Brolin has other ideas, and he gets an eagle shot back to a 4 versus 4.
It's one of those angles, though. It's still difficult to recover the rifle because the kill just came in so deep out from ramp. They're going to have to really work together and start pushing forward and walking into some more players out from the lobby position just to recover the 1 chance of being able to upgrade.
Well, it's all in. Mezzi, Deagle, turned away from, trying to deal with Deadco, unable to get that pick back. Oh, and the timing just so perfect. I say that. Fnatic actually worked in near frag on a 1 versus 2. AK setting against Crims, and Crims will drop him the same. So 2 frags between him and Brolin, and Fnatic will gain their first conversion.
I don't really know how that happened, honestly. It looked like Sinners had played that really nicely. They got some opening kills out to the top bomb side. And then from there, Brolin on the backstab gets 2. Crims with the C set out from the back of default is able to get a couple as well. And that whole round just starts spiraling out of control. Sinners frustrated, I would say, knowing the investment that Fnatic had in that last.
Yeah, I'd say so too, honestly. Like, Sinners basically had that all under control, and then in a blink of an eye, Fnatic managed to find some trades and pick up some rifles, and then, well, find the round that they did. But now the attention turns to the follow-up, and that's the one thing the Fnatic were struggling with on their first half of Vertigo, is always the follow-ups. Can they get a second in a row? If they can't, then Sinners will put them right back to square one.
Well, they're just going to leave Oscar towards the top of Silo, leave B-Stick outside, and just try and see if they can bait a CT forward. Chikino's playing out from Secret. Now, he's not hearing any information. They haven't done the outside smokes just yet, so you almost start wondering how long is he going to hold this angle before he dives lower and maybe goes out to ramp and tries to find a different angle of approach.
Very heavy presence on the CT side here towards this ramp control. The crossfire locked, and they will start to back away as they expect that maybe there might be a bit of a different play here from Sinners. Towards outside, one man has walked, and they're just going to leave it to Chikino to try and deal with him here at Secret. Set with that AWP tunnel vision here. 45 seconds. If he sees even more than one player, then it could be trouble.
And they will need a molly out from that Secret position, or even just a flash. Walking outside, Chikino still have got no information.
So passive, he's looking past red box, expecting Oscar to go up. The Ghost finally swings out a bit wide. Does shot connects to Neo Frank. Oscar quick to respond. Shock and Zedco get kills of their own. B-Stick responded to. Zedco makes it a double, and now has access to the A site. 1v3 for Brolin.
Even the molly coming out to the heaven position, not going to happen at all. Zedco finding a triple, and Sinners just perfect timing, right? On that peek out, we see that wrap play coming through. Jakino thinking to himself, oh, I'm going to swing out wide, catch off one of the main players looking to split in. Yeah, he does so, and how quickly he gets traded from Oscar. Zedco finding 3 kills, opening up the upper bomb side, and for fnatic, they find their first, they can't follow up to the second.
A tactical pause coming in very early for these guys. Exactly the worst case scenario we mentioned. Win that first gun, win that first round, get the guns back out, try follow up, and just have no success on that front. I've got a little bit extra cash that they can invest into, and with Alex also buying down to the AUG, it indicates that Jakino will buy, Mezzi will have a FAMAS out, Crims are going to also have an upgrade pistol. No M4s for fnatic, it's backed up by the AUG, or counted out to a certain extent. But just compare the two, and you can see Sinners are ahead.
Yeah, without a doubt, fnatic looking to see if they can return quickly, and with one of these investments that looks similar to the one that they got there first. This one's more hefty, though. And even for the T side, money hasn't quite been built up. When you think that they're up 5-1, you would expect money to be safer and to be stronger for them.
fnatic did steal an eco, so it does kind of knock that back a peg. Sinners still in a confident position when it comes to their buy state and their scoreline here. Still 4 rounds in the lead and likely to take another one, I'd say, at this stage. That AUG and that AWP have got to be the focal points here for fnatic, and it's on the bottom man of the board in this map and the bottom man of the board for this series for fnatic.
Yeah, when you compare that to Oscar, who's been leading it for the team of Sinners, you've got top versus bottom in terms of the AWP v AWP battles, and that isn't really normally how it goes down. Sinners have been very cautious with time wasting when it comes to the T side so far on Nuke. Oscar just waiting for someone to aggress out from Hut. We will see some aggression towards Squeaky, though.
Flash in, shoulder bait, Jakino with balls of steel to go ahead and just stay there, not even retreat back. Grim's going to start to aggress. I think the Squeaky might be completely cleared up. Oh, the shots missed. Zedco and Oscar. 2 frags found. Jakino can respond at least, but that's a 2-for-1 for Sinner's favour.
And now they can just start diving to that lower bomb site. B-Stick's going to cut the rotation off for Alec. This is round pretty much already done. And it's moments like that where you can't really criticize all that much, but just say individually, not up to par. Crims, that's an easy kill onto the AWP.
But a CZ as well. It's missed bullets is what it came down to for him. Could have been a start-up. I'm not expecting that fnatic would have converted the round off the back of that, but that could have been a decent kill to remove some of the major elements from play here for Sinners. Jakino, he's finding his rhythm with a second kill on the exit frag positions, but it's no retake for him or Mezzi. They've just got to hold on to their weapons. Maybe if Mezzi can reposition, go ahead and grab that AUG, assuming it's not been thrown out, then that could be an upgrade for fnatic. It could be a better save than a FAMAS. But either way, the economy is crippled, and so is the scoreline for them.
Yeah, the position, not good at all. fnatic probably see some sort of another tactical to come in. Even with the buy investment, they can't really force it again into round 8. Yeah, you've got some saved-in weapons. Loss bonus is getting up at max round. It's just, money is not pretty.
No, it's not. Reinvest will come through here for the CT side, regardless. I have 2 M4s out for the SMG for Crims. Max loss involves getting them up to this position, and now they've got to carry it forward into a decent round. If Sinners are allowed to take another one here, then fnatic will be in dire straits and only a handful of rounds into the first half.
Yeah, it's the T side, which is all the concern. Outside smokes coming in. There is a city up close and personal on the other side, and Alex does win out that first duel, give themselves an opening man advantage.
Gap in the smoke for him to work with. B-Stick unawares. Gets caught with a kill on the M4 on the right foot. Sinners not going to try and strike back early because of it. Play a bit more of a slower default. Rotate away from lobby. Rejoin Oscar towards outside, who has cleared up outside. With that kill on Alex, he's happy just to fall back and concede the yard to Sinners.
Try and hold the man advantage is going to be important. Now for Sinners, they are crossing outside, incredibly dry and relatively silent. Finally, some of the smoke's coming through. That's going to draw the attention back over for Alex.
Nice out. Zedco drops in. Alex can drop the bomb. Look for a few more players, but turn away at the wrong moment. At least has info and damage done to Neofrag on that sequence as well. 14 HP for him to lead the charge. Should be easy pickings for the Famasau. But the AWP of Oscar finds Jakino. Brolin finally drops that one-man shot, trades back to a 2 versus 2. And with that AWP's assistance, things will hold together. Bomb will get planted. And no kit for the retake for fnatic.
Jeez, what a recovery this has been for Sinners. It really looked like Alex had done everything into the round to make it possible. Crim's out for the vents, could get caught off, does catch the burst. It now comes down to Oscar to try and clutch.
Up in, out of decon, not even going to open up the doorway. Unorthodox style from him. It could still work. Double doors, I think, have also been opened up. Now he will open up decon. Fall away as Crim's face is in. One player spotted at the gap and actually connects with the door, so not even a full-on killer. Wallbang. Mezzi also tagged up as well. Spamming his way through for Oscar. Swing out and Crims will get his kill together. Mezzi just holds back with the incendiary. Has he got time for this? He does, fortunately. Fortunately, it comes together for fnatic, but it was down to the wire.
Oh, okay, that is quite close. And even without the kit, they get the job done. Oscar, interesting setup for him to go back out to decontamination, just try and work with the wallbangs, hope that he could draw them into the open. Can't quite hit that shot connection onto the full kill itself. And for fnatic, well, they still won away, and they probably should have won that round. Alex did really good damage out from that secret position and gave them a big leg up.
Fast play out for Sinners, going to try to change the pace entirely, and Shock makes it work. Kill on the first man, checking out all the rafters, looking for the AWP and Jakino. His head can be seen here. Shock's on 12 points of health to deal with his player. The nade might finish the job. Crim's getting traded, but Neofrag responds to him. Smokes off the cross, nades up to heaven. Bomb can go down. Sinners have stormed the A site.
Jeez, the confidence coming through from Sinners, and it really has come down to them just having to save again. There's no money, they're not in a position where they can get a retake on, and there's been moments from fnatic where we have seen some impressive stuff. Overall, on the whole basis of this first half that we've seen so far, Sinners have been the better team by far.
Yeah, they have just been so dominant when they want to be. The T side just making this look so easy as well. fnatic. The slow start continues to turn to disaster. And this one keeps going and going. We look at this match and we think to ourselves, like, is there really a chance now? 7-2 down. T-side half going so swimmingly for Sinners. It's not just the case of the T-side, it's the fact that it's just going so easy for them. They get that one round loss, they string right back in. Of course, the round victory means loss bonus gets taken away for fnatic. And Sinners happy to keep the economy hurt on them.
And you have a look at some of the results for Sinners in the last 3 months on Nuke. They had a loss to Dignitas way back almost 3 months ago. It's Dignitas' best map in the pool. Entropic Prague, okay, that one is one you look at and go, ooh, okay, how do I feel about that one? Win. Lost to Complexity, 16-14. Win. There's so many great results for them.
Some of those wins against some top teams like OG as well, who went undefeated in the ESL Pro League group stage. The same group that they were in, so have those wins above those players, above those teams, and now take it in against fnatic. It just goes to show how misread this veto might have been here for this Swedish court. Frag found early against Neofrag at least, so Alex can be credited with that much. Jakino going to flash Brolin in at the trophy room and hope to get a kill out against the T-side line. Sits pretty and waits back here. M4 holding face, and Zedco hopes he over-aggresses.
The T's need a flash or some sort of bait play forward. Brolin gets away with one, no more than that. Instant trade, so much damage done though.
Alex ready with the M4 to deal with those 3 players in a line-up, trying to make it a 3K sequence, and that's exactly what he'll do. fnatic finally following up with another good round and trying to connect it in against the Sinners side. They did lose a couple of players there. The buy might be a little bit scrappy, and again, it should be faced up by AKs on the Sinners cap.
And that's a good round from fnatic, and out to the ramp position, that flash to come forward to allow Brolin to peek further forward. Alex being able to get involved again with another great multi-frag. The Sinners taking their first tactical. They haven't taken many tacks over the course of this best 3. I know that fnatic have. Sinners realized themselves, we're actually in a position where money's starting to get light, we're starting to lose our edge, let's take the moment of a breather.
One of the very few tacticals the Sinners have called over the course of this series. Had no real reason to call one over on Vertigo. Didn't opt to go for one over on Overpass. And then they might lose a bit of control of fnatic. Feels like the appropriate time here for Sinners. 4 rounds separate the two. Rebuy sees a deagle for Oscar, so no AWP can be afforded by him. He can steal the one off Jakino, that could be great, but that assumes he gets the kill towards him, or anybody else gets the kill towards him. Sinners hang up the defaults, once again indoors, no one's on outside.
fnatic have got the single approach of Brolin with the off angle out from ramp, and for Sinners, with that no outside approach, it could be just a brute force attempt into a ramp take.
Incendiary is on from Brolin. Beastie getting tagged up early will stop them from making their way forward. The AWP to try and evade that flashbang. Less than successful with that. Gets back outside of hell. His OT side players coming in. Quick scope on Beastie. Only gets that one frag. Near frag with his unresponsive.
They just put so much pressure onto the AWPer. They know that he's playing out from there as soon as that flash comes through and he takes the pop shot. And now they can start slowing it down. Start working that outside control of Neofrag. They're trying to force in a mistake. They've still got Shock to pick up from lobby. Brolin peeks in from ramp. Deals with Zedco.
Now, he's been stellar in this series, and shots like that are the reason why. Advantage fnatic on the 4-on-3. Oscar going to try grab that bomb, push it upstairs into Heaven. No one's watching Heaven directly. He could catch off Mezzy if he's not careful, but Mezzy starts to look up there. With the FAMAS in hand, can he catch this player? Can he get Oscar to drop? 48 seconds to the clock. Sinner's going to have to go for the three-pronged attack in. A convergence on the A site. Shock gets Crims, all important. Mezzy now got back and home, but close vent's going to wait back here. Oscar gets his trade involved. Alex can get 2 frags out of this, and indeed he does. Got to get his third man on the clutch here. 3K on for him. Same thing for Shock. He's got to deal with these next 2 CTs. However, swing out, sees another. Knows exactly where Alex is. Nade to try force him out. Tap that bomb once. Force him forward. Sees him as he disappears through the smoke. And the AK taps. 10 seconds. Got to go for the plant. That's what he'll do. He'll burn quite significantly for this. Get back to a new AK. The nade to 4 points of HP. Shock playing around the silos. Looking for Alex. Desperate to pick up that headshot. He needs the headshot here with this AK, and Alex knows it. He's going to try force his player forward and just about win the fight.
That was played to absolute perfection in there for Alex, not peeking forward on that first tap, walking through the smoke, getting a good timing, and just the utility usage. Time is low, that bomb has to go down. He can't fake it again and try and draw the fight because he's not sure if Alex is going to peek. Incendiary goes out to the back of default. Nade follows up too. So much damage comes off as he gets that bomb down and wins out an all-important round. Alex has really been impressive here on Nuke.
Yeah, he has been great. He soared up from like 1 frag on round 5 as well, so he's turned it around for fnatic and for his own individual basis. Nice to see more players really step it up, though. You mentioned how you want to see that AWP get more involved. I'm still yet to see Crims have his lights out moment and his individual sheen. Sinners at least are forced back to the Deagles on the half by round for round 12, so fnatic have a bit of a bonus in that respect. Crims made the 53s, though. That could be some cheesy trades.
And he was even further back, just off of that slight angle for the nade stack potential, and it still did him down at almost half HP. Alex down in this secret position. Deagles are just looking for individual fights. fnatic starting to gather some momentum and string rounds together.
Folks back, Alex watching. Oscar with the Glock. Saving for the AWP, of course. Should be dead to rights to the hands of Alex. He sees where that bomb is. Had a HE as well, but Jakino's going to find that frag instead with a shot straight towards B. Stick Brolin finds Shock. 5 versus 3. Flashes forward again, going to continue peeking, continue to look for Sinners players and just pick them off one by one.
And not getting too overly aggressive in the matter. Mezzy's been able to put himself in a good position out for Mini itself, catching Zedco to the back of credit card, and Sinners haven't been able to find much at all when it comes to this eco. Neofrag's the last one left, and Mezzy cleans it up with a couple of kills. fnatic starting to close the gap, and Sinners, there was a moment where it really looked like they could have been on for sort of 11, 12 rounds on this T side. Now even getting to 10 and getting to double digits in the first half might not be that easy.
10-5 has been the all-important scoreline for the respective sides. It won't be possible for fnatic. It's still at least possible for Sinners. They've regained a basis here. fnatic, only 4 rounds ago, were looking like they were in the worst spot possible. Nades out, M4's AK seeing where those smokes are going to counteract from Alex. Might try and suppress one of those. Doesn't really block a gap on a smoke, just suppression of the Sinners side. Make sure they can't make their way into secret.
Jakino hasn't taken a pop shot as of yet. HE coming forward only does brief amount of damage. B-Stick down to 79. Slow walking their way through. Sinners haven't given up any noise that they can taken down the secret position.
No info game of fnatic at all. These 2 players down at the ramp entrance and the 1 man at Decon. Alex getting over towards Vent. Actually going to take a bit more of an aggressive face here with the M4. Does he overextend? Does he give up a kill to Sinners? He actually repositions back to double. Tries to hold the defense from there.
They've got a decent read on the situation, playing 2 out to that lower bomb side. And there is still a lurk on top side for Shocks that's going to help try and cut off those rotations. Sinners, they could all try and see if they can catch Alex off guard. Oh, that's an easy kill. Just not expecting them to be there.
Caught looking the wrong way. I guess he was expecting a flashbang. NeoFrag gets his kills together. Play up in the rafters. Found by Zedco. Oscar gets Jakino. And 3 players down for fnatic. No trades against Sinners, Crims and Mezzy. Do they even have anything left in this? I think they're just going to go save here. 1 player at garage, 1 player creeping around silo. No entries into the site. No round for them here. It will be 8 to the board of Sinners as fnatic just get ripped apart by a couple of easy kills.
Well, that is slightly surprising because these last few rounds, fnatic have been very tight. They haven't been able to give away any silly mistakes. And Alex is just caught so flat-footed out from the double doors. And when you're only playing really 1 at that lower bomb site and Brolin on rotation, both those guys have got to find instant impact. And it just doesn't happen at all. Jakino gets caught off. Brolin rotates in from ramp, can't find anything. And Crims and Messi just have to save onto whatever rifles they've got left.
Oh, can't even hold on to Crims' life. The rifle drops for him. AUG out and about. Will fnatic opt for the buy here? I think they will. Passing that M4 off to Crims and a rebuy in for Mezzy. Brolin can also afford here. There won't be an AWP for Jakino. So at least they have another good gun round. But into round 15, this could prove to be deficient for fnatic. Lose out when the money is not lining up for them. Lost bonus is not there. And neither are the reserves.
Quicker play coming through for the T side. Vent dive coming through straight away. They know about that. And Brolin's actually taken a fair bit of damage from the molly to the top of hard.
Rival's been tagged up through that smoke. And most certainly will take it down to 1 HP on the sprays through from NeoFrag. Might get credited with the assist here. The smoke's onwards outside. Counter incendiary from Mezzy timed extremely well. Leaves a gap there towards outside, but Sinners want to play indoors instead.
They've got to wonder that straight away they could be able to deal with this midi player just by spamming through the smoke.
Incendiary's on. Beast now going to follow his teammate downstairs into the vent dive. Alex going to be that first responder, joined by Crims very quickly behind him. Does get dealt with by Zedco. Alex with 1 frag. Zedco doubles up to deal with him the same. And Mezzy now seeing where Zedco is, but not able to deny that bomb plant. 4v3. fnatic might be on for another save here going into round 15.
Now, Oscar's going to try and cut one of the rotates off, and that's Brolin just getting denied up from that upper bomb side. Jakino and Mezzy just hoping that we don't get hunted.
Sit back here in secret and at spawn. Hold on to the AUG and the M4, this time in the hands of Jakino and not Crims. They're going to need these weapons, though. It'll be a harsh buyback for fnatic in round 15, and Sinners know this. They're not going to go for a hunt, I don't think. Actually, they might just do so. NeoFrag making his way in from hell. A little bit of time to find Mezzy here behind the red box. In the cubby corner, will he get checked? Yes, he will. NeoFrag fallen. Zedco still out there. Mezzy able to double up. And Jakino also finds Shock. So, a couple of exits. Doesn't do much damage towards the Sinners side. Again, for fnatic, it's all about keeping those 2 weapons in play. Because look at the money they have to work with.
Well, Sinners can be happy with the read. They were able to find where the last 2 players were trying to save. They just weren't able to drop them at all. So, fnatic hold on to the couple more. Buy back into round 15. Doesn't look all that fantastic. Again, you've got to realise the situation of the economy and where they sit. Sinners, perfect opportunity for them to get up to 10 and turn it at the half and another 10-5.
Orbs in of Oscar, finding Jakino. Mezzi can trade back on Zedko, trying to go for those wall bangs. I think that one of those white are connected. Mezzi on 15 points of HP. Alex outside in the aggressive positions here at the CT side. Beast Dick sees him, struggles to get that kill actually, allows a kill to return back for the CTs. A 4-on-3 here for fnatic.
Hey, you wouldn't expect the SMG to win out that fight when you think as well the Beast Dick's actually pre-aiming that angle. Alex gets away with a freebie.
Mars watching as Alex rotates back. Here's where Mezzi is. Both these two individuals on the big guns, but with no HP, overwhelmed so easily, might leave the FAMASas in a 2v3.
And now it gets silent. Now it gets really slow. Neofrag walking his way into the main position. There is a member out to Seeker of Alex, and oh, could they just be able to wrap into heaven? There's no eyes on this for the CTs.
As long as Neofrag makes no noise, that should be enough. And he could catch off Mezzi as an easy frag again. Low HP and closed vent. Neofrag just walking up and out. No one in the rafters. FAMAS definitely ain't checking it on the site itself. Gonna be careful in case somebody is from fnatic. Utility down, swing out. Crim's caught, dead to right. Neofrag, 2 easy picks. A site's over for business. And Bronn goes down as well. Triple up for Neofrag. Alex, impossible clutch for him.
Just so much information there for fnatic, not even having a realization that that play can come in. Not only does Neofrag deal with the one defender on the upper bomb site, he gets 2 and the 3rd kill on rotation. Alex trying to get the 1v3 together to just hope to get a clutch in.
And try his hand at this, but Sinners looking to lock out. A half advantage at 10-5. Their second 10-5 above fnatic, set for the victory in 6 more rounds after the break.
never die. Whoa, faded as we push through the darkest times. I'll be there by your side. We arise when everything's breaking. Our souls will awaken. Our spirits never die. At the end of the line, the trust in our hearts beating louder. Under darkened skies we await, bound to each other. But our spirit.
The last time we saw Sinners up by this margin, they took the map, and here on map 3, that could be enough to take the series on Nuke. 5 rounds to make up for Fnatic, and then the 6 that they'll need to get into the victory and take this series to make their way into IEM Fall, Dweg. And Sinners have just looked a little bit better by comparison.
Yeah, they have, and for Fnatic, they've got to get started early. They can't afford to put themselves in a position where they were on Vertigo, where they were down 6-13, and then started initiating. In for the pistol, some pace outside. Zedco hearing the footsteps of a couple of individuals.
Kino takes face, Neofrag, Shock, and Oscar get all those kills. Easy pickings for the CT side as Fnatic trying to force towards outside. Mezzi is able to get one good trade out and a double up with that P250. We've got a full-on ace clutch this, and the bomb is in CT control here. Wrap around from one player, also at Secret, coming in for Zedco, could catch Mezzi off guard. It's all a case of timing with a P250. Caught to the back of the head, easy execution, a teammates for Sinners as they get the pistol round.
And it's not even really a way that Fnatic can force up on T-side because they weren't able to get a bomb plant in that pistol round. Good information gathering coming through out from that mini position, and then just the crossfire being set out from the lockers and held position. Fnatic just weren't able to really find any sort of entries, and that whole position allows themselves to not really find much into round 17. It will just have to be a basic Glock round. We're seeing a P250 upgrade for Mezzi, and, well, that's it.
He did well with it when he had it, so could do some damage, could find some picks. Working out against Shock, though, drops him, drops Crims, drops Shakino, drops Braun. Everybody dropping here for the Fnatic side. Easy to clean up all 5 players of Life of Sinners to get the early economy game bolstered. But Fnatic, I mean, they are on basic Glock, so the rebuy can come in very early. They've got AKs out now for round 18.
And just take a moment to have a look at the kill distribution for Sinners. 15 for Neofrag, 15 for Shock, 14 Zedco, 14 Oscar. Yeah, Beastick is a little bit lower down. He is the in-game leader for this team and hasn't needed to provide as much assistance. That kill distribution, it doesn't get any closer than that.
Yeah, it's been fantastic for Sinners. All players striking on all cylinders. Brolin can get Neofrag and find an advantage for Fnatic in this round. Again, been top performer for this side, but only going so far with that advantage. Alex responded to by Zedco's SMG. And then back on up with the leaders of the Sinners side and peeks back into the A side to provide support.
Oh, it's dry and silent out to the ramp position, and Shock is able to catch one on the edge of the smoke. Even dealing with Crims, individual fights being given up, so much damage going through for this T side. Shock is getting so much away with that. He's found 3 by himself.
That's just depressing to watch. Fnatic looking like headless chickens. Mezzi tries to clutch out another good round here. 2 kills to his name. Zedco is low, and Zedco might be the next player to challenge him with the SMG. The AK of Oscar's going to be that next main concern. Decent dink off. 3 frags for Mezzi. Footstep given up towards Oscar. Can he make his way back to the B site? That's Mezzi's best play.
All just comes down to the timing, though, because he's thinking to himself, is Oscar going to rotate out from ramp? Is he going to hold here from lobby? And for Mezzi, he has no idea where Oscar is playing from because he didn't get the information of both of them peeking together.
He's hoping that Oscar wraps around from ramp, hopes he can get some backstab in. But he's not moving. It's all down to where he goes. If he goes towards lobby, that'll be the chance to give up the ghost. Oscar retreats. It's very quiet. 20 seconds. And Oscar's waiting on A. He thinks there's going to be no B site position. We'll go for the retake if necessary, but could shut down Mezzi right here. Out in the open, checking heaven. Molotov up there. And a plant will come forward, but will it be a clutch? Oscar going to close in the gap very quickly. Actually doesn't even need to take face. The nade on his pouch enough to dish out the damage. And came 13 for Sinners.
let's just take a moment to discuss how important that bomb is of not going down, right? They get a bomb plant here, they buy next round. There's not even a conversation about it. You're almost up to 4 grand, right? AK's out, let's buy it up, boys. Now, that is a little bit more difficult to start entertaining the idea, the information coming forward that we know we've done a lot of damage onto Messi. He knows that with the peek out from closed vent that he's not planning open for mini. He's got to be behind the silos. Let's bounce the nade in there, make sure that bomb doesn't go down. And even with fnatic on the force up, it means we're not going to see those AKs coming out.
And seeing fnatic just trip over themselves like this is just exacerbating. 8 rounds in the lead. If fnatic want to get a comeback, they've got to start right now, I want to say. They've gone for the force up. It means that it will go 15-5 before the next gun round. And at that point, fnatic are just forcing every single round to try to stop this from getting out of the way or just get it over and done with and go to the lower bracket. And fnatic have petered out in this one. Clearly needs a little bit longer than a month for everything to come together in that respect. I would have thought that the top placement in Pro League in the playoffs would have been enough to show that they are able to beat Alcines in terms of placements and potential. And Zedco traded back on Mezzi, trying to recover something here for the fnatic side. Neo frag seeing Crims, gets his kill back, looks at Mezzi as well, but Mezzi again doubles up. 2 picks to his name, and now Oscar creeps in slowly, sees 2 of them. Mezzi makes it a triple, somehow recovering his position here. Can he go for a quadra or an ace? Might need Alex instead to come forward. Both players are tagged up. Oh, Messi gets the headshot back and indeed does secure his 4. Alex now, the known entity with Shock, also known himself. Alex going to grab that bomb, grab that AK, and dive down into the B site.
Shock has got to be able to be quick on his tails. Now he's got the kit. He's going to make some noise diving into vents. Alex is going to know.
He's going to hear him coming in a decon. AK up for the headshot. He's got to win this first fight. Waits for him, burst fire, should have been seen. Pre-firing the right angles as Alex finds the headshot at the right time. And finally, something going right here for fnatic. They're first at the T-half. And it was all down to Mezzi, really. 4 frags for him. Sinners, had they traded him out, that would have been 14-5.
That was a great round for Mezzi and an even better return out from Alex. And in terms of the clutches, it's been mainly Sinners winning them on Nuke. So finally a bit of revenge to go the other way. And even the double eco status coming through from Sinners with the loss bonus of where it has, 1400, doesn't put themselves in a decent position. They've got the AWP out onto Oscar at least.
Master Zedco. Crims gets Oscar. Giacchino finds Shock. Trades back to 2 for 1. Giacchino finds another good kill. And fnatic going to put these AKs to decent effect here. Bronley even gets the Mac 10 impact by finding Zedco next and B-Stick in a 1v4. Several players are low HP. With a Deagle against them all, it just seems unlikely and it's not going to happen.
A lot of pace in that round for fnatic. Not so much outside into that ramp position. We saw the Mac 10 just flying forward for Crims, getting a very early kill onto the AWP of Oscar, who really is the one to keep an eye out for the most in that sort of round, knowing the investment that comes in. The Sinners are going to have to be on a very light eco going into round 21. And for fnatic, well, we've been in this position before. They were at 6-13 down out in Vertigo. That didn't go all that well for a comeback. They made it tight. They kept it competitive. They were still down by such a huge deficit. You start wondering to yourself, can they turn it around for the better this time?
Well, there are no hero warps in this round, so it's not like Sinners have got like that major curveball that fnatic have fallen for every time they brought it out. Nades onto the majority of the Sinners players on outside. Shock sees one of Alex, does get dinged down and does fall to the USP. Don't... I know it's early to call here, but please don't tell me they're going to start losing decent frags to eco pistols.
Well, the FAMAS can just get saved in. Everyone else can look to see if they can find some more impact. Problem with the bomb's going to get seen by Zedco, so they at least know that that bomb's coming in from ramp, and now they're going to take control of the lower bomb site.
Pass the AK back over to Giacchino. Finds the frag. B-Stick does take his swing and his kill, actually. Crims is extremely low. Another kill back in the 2 versus 2. The eco round's back on here. They do spot Oscar in the back of the site. The bomb plant can be secured. B-Stick on for the quadra clutch. No kit, no Kevlar. FAMAS in hand. Has an AWP and an AK he can recover here at observation. The smoke up will keep Messi suppressed indeed. He does go for that AWP. Does he go for retake or does he go for save?
Yeah, it makes more sense for him to go to the save. You're not going to win a 1v2. Get back out to that Tigre position, even up for the vents, that top bomb site. fnatic, it is an 8th, They'll still be disappointed, though, because they lost so much up against USPs in that round.
Yeah, 3 casualties and a free AWP for Sinners. They are going to be happy. fnatic will be miffed, and it's mistakes like that, tripping over themselves, giving those opportunities up to Sinners to allow this scoreline to be in fruition. Again, they're on the comeback, but you mentioned the parallels towards Vertigo. You mentioned how that whole thing came together for Sinners in the end, even if fnatic were able to bring it back somewhat. They cannot afford to let any of these rounds go the way of Sinners. If one round goes the way of the CT side, that might be it.
And it could even be this one. There was no chance they were going to get an AWP in. It could be Beastic or Shocks to Glass Cannon if they didn't save into it. Now that they got that AWP that they saved in, they could just chuck it over to Oscar and say, yeah, you can have slight more money in the reserve. Give yourself some safety.
Zedico towards outside as Oscar plays in with his support in the garage area. Alex flashing his way out. Zedco's made so much progress up here. The AWP will start swinging in. Molotovs will try to drive him away, so they've read it pretty well. Alex heard that tag. Doesn't get the player, though. He falls back into safety.
A lot of damage being taken up for the top of Silo. Down to 4 points of health. Is he going to get out of there? He actually escapes. He does take a lot of damage, though.
I'm going to leave it all on Oscar to hold the outside presence. He's got to fall back and try to find a new angle to work with. 4 HP to go for this. Lesser off player here for the Sinners side. They've got to translate that potential onto the other individuals. As fnatic continue playing careful here. Their outside campaign is now starting to come to some map control. And not a lot of resistance here from Sinners.
It's going to be so dry moving forward for Sinners. They've baited themselves into giving so much of this early util. And it's even a bait outside. Not even a lurk is going to be coming through for the T's.
Yeah, close main smokes here for the fnatic side, indicating there is some outside presence to hold. They want to lean back indoors, though. Neofrag's hearing all these footsteps, so he's getting a ton of information. And now it's Shock and Zedco here with the crossfire. AUG giving up a 1v1 against Jakino, giving up a 1v1 against Crims that Oscar can steal away. Brawling with a trade back, turns it for a 2-for-1 responsive. He's on 3 points of health of his own right, though. Backstab from Alex, got to get that AWP, indeed he does. Zedco left alone.
They don't know.
4 HP. He's going to find at least 2. Almost gets Mezzy. 6 HP, though. Zedco's done a ton of work with as little as he had.
Oh, Beastic cannot deny the bomb for going down. Time is so low, Messi's got to get it planted. Beastic peeks out to the open, deals that first. The bomb does get planted, but Beastic swings right the corner. What a hold out for long. And for Sinners, that's such a great setup. They bring Oscar on that rotation out from the held position. You've already got the Org in that back position to come through to just allow the crossfires to get set, and they don't know about the last player, the low HP member of Zedco to the back of Orange, all working together, wasting that time, pressing forward out for decontamination, and just think, that's the round, that's the one.
Placed so perfectly. Mentioned before how that 4 HP individual had to go and find the right position at the right time to really have any impact, and, well, he found a ton of impact right there. Had no right to get as much as he did. It sets up that 14 for Sinners. At least fnatic got that bomb plant. Mezzy knew that if he was going to get nothing out of this round, he had to get the plant in. That's what he's done here. Enables the buy for fnatic. No warps, but AK's in. Utility across most individuals. Bron's the only player that's limited. And they've got to find rounds now. They've just got to find everything. They've just got to go full send. No respect style perhaps against Sinners. I don't really know what they have to do, but they've just got to counteract this CT defensive and find some confidence in their own right, because they're 2 rounds away from losing. It's for Marcin for Shock. Hey, he's got confidence the same. 2 kills. Easy as that with a lobby crunch. fnatic down to 5v3 already.
Jeez, that came out of nowhere. No one was expecting that aggression. Brawling gets a sick entry down to that lower bomb site. They need more. There's got a rotation from Beastic, and they're just hoping that someone drops into the vents, but Sinners know better than that. They're going to come out from ramp instead.
Oscar's up, set and ready. And Shock continuing to hold this lobby presence, so at this stage, with no one outside, it's all going to be downstairs, all going to be in from secret. Oscar's ready for Decon to open up. Will fnatic give up the ghost? Will they give up another pick back? Will they give up the man advantage? Alex might be able to buy a rotation. It's being covered off by Neofrag, though. So right now, Sinners have got all their bases covered.
And with only a smoke and a flash, to try and bait out the AWP is going to be a difficult time. They need to try and bait him and force him further back.
As soon as Decon opens, Oscar's ready at the strike. Brolin's got a smoke down. Appropriate utility usage. Spray through on B-Stick. Mezzi catches that kill. So back to evens will go. Oscar's got an incendiary. Can put that up towards the back lines of the site with a plant in the midst of the smoke instead. So the retake's on.
Now, there is an aggressive player coming through from Brolin out to the old Toxic and fnatic. It all just comes down to how much time can they waste.
Molly's in, the drive players away from close quarters combat. Brolin can still line up against Neofrag. And now maintain the advantage for fnatic. Alex extends it now to leave it all on Oscar. 1v3. Orb shot ringing out, but blinded by Thatcher's, realizing he's got no chance and he's got to save.
What a recovery in from fnatic. Sinners going in for the lobby crunch, finding a lot of success. Alex even hunting down the AWP to outside, trying to save of Oscar. And it looked that from the main get-go, everything went right there for Sinners. They gave themselves some great advantages. They start rotating players down to that lower bomb side and just get trapped ahead of themselves. That entry coming through from Brolin out from Secret was everything in from the vents. And even in ramp, Oscar can't do anything with the AWP. He's getting smoked off, can't see anything into the cross, and for Sinners, getting caught flat there.
Five rounds of difference. fnatic still playing catch-up, though, and still with Sinners having upgrade pistols in this round. You don't want to count them out. They almost got decent damage on USPs, almost got a round together on USPs. The Eagles can still push them past it. fnatic cannot afford to be complacent. They need to hold their own. They need to take this round as seriously as any other one. They've got to get that 10th to the board.
Now, Mezzi outside is going to know that Deagle's playing in from Secret, so early information being gathered. Alex on the outside lurk is just waiting for the CTs to get antsy and to press forward. fnatic are running down the clock. Haven't been able to take ramp as of yet.
Zenko and Oscar are going to wait. Crossfire here towards this squeaky door, and fnatic might bite the bait on that one. They're still expecting Sinners to force forwards here. They're now going to set up to open up the squeaky door. Nade on. Is that an indication of where they're going to go, though?
It does seem that it is going to be a split to the upper bomb site. Alex could just pull the late distraction and hope to catch CT sleeping as he wraps in for Mini.
8 seconds. Crims swinging out. Oscar gets caught. Alex with his kill on the first. And then the second. Crims with the third frag on Oscar. Back line, one player in the back of the site. Going to try and work in. Neofrag gets caught. Shock. 1v5 looking for exits here. Unfortunately for fnatic, they won't let any eco shenanigans go the way of the Sinners side. The rifles can come back in for the next round, though. Money is a little bit tight on some occasions, but with Oscar buying up that AWP, it's going to be a full-on.
And we're yet to really see huge moments in from Oscar. He's been very consistent over the course of the series. This map on Nuke is probably more so on the weaker side of him. And you almost wonder, is that going to be fuel for him to press forward and know, okay, we just need a couple more rounds. We need the team, or for me, to make the team achieve a big play, have a big sequence, and just get us over the line. fnatic, oh, this is pacey.
Mezzi fast out, then dive in with the bomb on his back. Brolin's going to get caught by Alex's nade! The TK, Neofrag's assistance, and Shock knows. He's read what's going on, gets caught by Mezzi regardless. So the 4v4 instills. Still 2 players up on the top site, and Crims gets caught by Zedko in the midst of smoke. Giacchino waiting at the open vent corner, trying to look for Neofrag, trying to look for his compadres. Sees Zedko, looks back for the orb of Oscar, and it's on Alex and Mezzi to clutch this 3v2.
Oh, they know that Oscar's dropped down into the vents, and that also gives the indication of where Alex and Mezzi are playing from. Sinners, they're running out of time.
Both footsteps heard, headshot in. Mezzi gets Oscar as well. All important picks as B-Stick out of the kit and out of the sight. Out of this round, fnatic maintaining their lives and bringing us back within 3 of the Sinners.
Sinners did a lot right in that round, except for when it came into the retake. We saw the shenanigans going down into the vent dive with the TK coming in. Shock not realizing how quickly that swung had come out from decontamination itself. And then even just getting caught into the vents, the 1-for-1 trade, the kill through the smoke out from Squeak Door, and Giacchino getting a 1-for-1 before falling. It came down to Alex and Mezzi to work together, aggressive in that vent position. And for Sinners, without that kit, it got a bit frantic. And, well, eventually they lost a lot of fights.
A fnatic ultimate crossfire there, dismantling the vents rotations. And the info was given up there by the Sinners to enable that to come together. Down to Eco with an upgrade on the Scout on Zedco. Oscar still finds the P2K to Bronon's head. Looking for any more here, perhaps. He's going to make himself known with the footsteps. Should be heard by Giacchino. He might wait back here and try to isolate the picks in as B-Stick will fall to Mezzi. Oscar is traded.
Not much else is going to be found. They're going to rotate players down to the lower bomb site. Up close and personal for Shock.
Eagle away. Scout for Zedco watches back over at the window. And fnatic still playing patient, expecting Sinners to try and go for something here. They could also go back up for the vents. They might be considering that as well. The only player to be worried about in that respect will be Zedco, who could be making his way in from heaven. Shock swings out of double doors, is converging upon Crims with his kill back. Zedco on rotate, Neofrag just waiting in the rafters. Trying to give up no info and catch these players as they swing.
Very patient in from fnatic, just drawing further mistakes. Zedco with the scout is just not seeing anything. And for fnatic, they are going to conversion the lower bomb site.
He will just find the pick. Zedco will drop back in turn, and Mezzi will deal with Neofrag to quickly deal with the B site defensive. 12 to the board of fnatic. 2 rounds to go to equalize against the Sinners. They're not out of this game just yet. Sinners are not on map point either. And they'll take their second tactical timeout because they have a bye. But they have fnatic really riding up behind them.
Yeah, pressure is on for Sinners for sure. It's still that edge that they've got. Yeah, they have been complacent in these last few rounds. They haven't quite found the same level of success that they did in the early stage of the second half, or even in the first for that matter. Still being up by 2, fnatic just climbing this comeback through. And they're getting closer than they did out on Vertigo, I'll give them that much.
The comeback really is on this time. Still 2 to go. Still Sinners having tactical pauses in the back pocket. I think fnatic have 1 left of their own accord. And the double AWPs come out for Zedco and Oscar. I think for the first time on Nuke as well. Zedco playing his towards the outside. Very aggressive outside. Sees 1. Gets caught by the AWP. Giacchino instead drives those 2 players back as Oscar can't get much of his own.
That was an interesting setup. They're actually playing both of those AWP towards outside for Zedco and Oscar. Looking out to that silo position. Saw the first player and definitely knows now that there's someone up there.
Yeah, Oscar has repositioned to go back down towards Secret. Try and contest from that position. So basically they are trying to hold a bit of an awkward crossfire towards outside. Deal with the players of fnatic as they come. A minute and 15 is carefully placed from the T side. Flashbangs continue coming in as they try to find swing, but Zedco's not going to get given much on vision and not much in the way of kills.
Oscar doesn't need to get that aggressive outside in secret because he knows how many times they've just walked their way through. The shot comes through the smoke and Brolin falls early.
And the nade even lands towards Mezzi's feet. Zedco almost connects to him and all. Reface on a credit card. Alex still sitting behind that smoke. The advantage has gone the way of Sinners thanks to some really good timing from Zedco. Can he extend it with a second pick?
He's got to be careful about how he double dips. Doesn't want to peek too aggressively. Run boost out to that left-hand side, unseen.
Alex might have made some noise though. He's running straight up towards him. Zedco, he's registered this. 30 seconds remaining. Continue to scope up. Continue to look for Mezzi. Well, Alex converging the flank. He's going to start making his way up. There's already a player in heaven though. Neofrag's got his teammate covered off here. Alex going to get caught, but a quick swing back up. 5 versus 3. Incendiary's on. Swings back out towards Mini. As Mezzi and Giacchino can try and back in. The B side, the A side I should say, is under T side control, but it's so heavily tagged. Shock and Oscar on 100 apiece. Giacchino on 4. Mezzi on 12. Mezzi will fall. Crims will fall. Giacchino now with the clutch to show he has got something to weigh, but not to be today. Shock finds his 2K and Sinners will find themselves on match point.
Jeez, that was the best opportunity of pulling that comeback in. They lost so many of those opening picks outside to the AWP, up in the heaven position as Alex fell as a 3v5 deficit, and they just start working together. You really feel like they're starting to create some magic, and instead, that retake just comes in so well. Oscar providing the assistance in with Shock, gets Sinners up to 15. Now the Czechs know one more round is all we need to go to the RMR.
3 match points. fnatic still closing in, still very close to the Sinners side, and they know it. With broken buys as well for the CETs, and for Mars and SMG. The double AWP stay in for Shock and Oscar. Outside control from Brolin, leading that charge straight up, sprayed through. Gap and that smoke going to be evaded as they continue firing blind. They get none of those bullets to connect. Every player away unscathed, but the orb of Oscar here for the first couple of picks. Lands on Brolin's leg, lets a player cross back, spotted Mezzi as well. Peeks in on Brolin, deals with him towards vent. Gets back out of dodge, got to turn around 180 towards the T-side line. They're not going to continue aggressing him though. He burns away, smoke back to get him a bit of cover here, and gets back upstairs.
Now, Alex knows he's come up into the vent, but it all just comes down to them not being able to deal with him. They know that he's here, but they can't get the pick.
Zedco flashing in, sees where Crims is. Not quite the second 1v1 against Jakino. Trades involved, but Alex falls in turn to Neofrag. Up in towards the B site. Mezzi's got a bomb on his back. Jakino takes face and takes 4. So it's all left to the top fragger fnatic. 27 kills here in this map up. Got to go to 32 in order to try and make this happen, but no. Oscar with his frag, and it will be Sinners with the 2-1 series above fnatic to take Nuke and to take their spot in IEM Fall.